Iron Mile workout for today, which is Wednesday, May 13th? Yes, May 13th, is a fun little chipper style workout. We're actually gonna do it twice. So the way it works is it's listed on the website as an 800-meter row or a 700-meter ski. Not many people have rowers, probably even less people have skiers at home. So I want to go over some different options, plus give you guys some pointers on the rower and even talk about the bike a little bit if you happen to have an assault bike at home, because I feel like actually a few more people have assault bikes at home as well. So if you are one of those people that don't have a bike, a ski, or a rower, the way you're going to do on this workout is instead of doing any one of those three, you're not just going to skip that movement altogether. What you're going to do is you're going to set your timer. You're going to go for a run. You're going to run for 2 minutes out in one direction. And when you get there, you're going to mark that kind of as a landmark in your head. You're going to turn around and run back. And that's the distance you're going to use. That landmark is what you're going to use for the rest of this workout. Okay? So you can actually just do that once you hit 3, 2, 1, go. Or if you have time and you want to use it as a warm-up, you can actually run that distance ahead of time, and then you have the landmark for when you actually start the workout. So you have a 800-meter row or a 700-meter ski or a 2-minute out and back. Or if you're on the bike, we're going to look at 1.2 to 1.4 miles. I like to say 1.4 if you guys have been biking a lot, because you guys have developed some capacity on the bike that unless you're really pushing it, you won't necessarily get the same feeling that you get from running, rowing, or skiing. And if you guys haven't been biking much, we're gonna just kind of cut off a little bit of that and go 1.2, and that'll give you just slightly over a mile to get done. If you're holding 20 miles an hour, 1 mile takes you exactly 3 minutes, just so you guys know. All right, so you start and you're gonna do your cardio piece, whatever you've picked. Now we have distances for bike, run, row, or ski. And so that's your first piece. From there, you're gonna move into the kettlebell swing. You have 60 kettlebell swings, and then from there, you're gonna move into 40 box jump overs. Now, if you don't have a box, you can pick something like what I'm sitting on here. It's just a piece of garden furniture, okay? And find that. If you have a set of stairs at home, an entryway, an object you feel comfortable jumping over, great. If you guys don't have a kettlebell, you can use a dumbbell, some sort of odd object. A great thing to use is a loaded backpack. Backpacks are usually a little bit more sturdy. You put some heavier things in there, you know, bags of rice, water bottles, things like that. Heck, you could even just sacrifice one to your fitness and fill it full of rocks or sand or things like that. So anyway, guys, there's some different things you can use on that. So my wife is actually helping us out. She's gonna be doing some of the demo work here. You guys, you'll see some of the rowing tips with her, and then also bike. Now what I want to see in the rower is I want to see her drive with the legs, swing with the hips, and then finish with the arms. Okay? Now depending how you're built, this will be very, very easy, simple, seem very natural. Depending on if you're not, and you're not well trained, this might seem very weird. Okay? But the nice thing is your first row isn't going to make or break you. Okay? The other thing I look for is this chain being nice and level. Think of it as a baseball, as a pitcher throwing a pitch, he wants to think about a strike zone. So I want my wife to keep this right here in the strike zone, okay? There's a sweet spot, so to speak. When you go up and down, right, you're gonna kind of waste movement, okay? If she's got long legs, we wanna make sure she drives all the way and she gets to the top. Her legs should be extended and she should be leaning back as the paddle hits her right at the low part of like where her maybe sports bra would hit, okay? The top of the ab, bottom of the chest. Okay? What she wants to make sure she doesn't do is extend the legs and then reflex them right away, kind of bringing her upper body into the paddle. She wants to make sure she brings the paddle all the way to her. Okay, getting a nice long pull. Okay? So the first thing is she's just starting on the bike, and what's really important to remember is that leg muscles are much bigger than arm muscles. And so what she needs to do is think about driving the movement more with her legs than her arms. Okay? Yes, so about half. So what you want to do is you want to try to stop varying your speed so much. Don't speed up and slow down, speed up and slow down. What that means is you haven't really dialed in your speed for this. And that's okay. but you want to start to dial in your speed, okay? And maybe that means you need to slow down in order to do that, okay? But you don't want to come out too hot. But you want to start to dial in your speed and find that right pace that allows you to come off and get right to work on the kettlebell swing. So if she's feeling this in her legs, she's probably doing it right. If she's feeling like in her biceps, she's probably pulling too much on the handle itself. If she's feeling it in her shoulders, she's probably pushing too much. So what you guys want to do is make sure you feel that more in the legs than anything else. If you guys aren't, you guys are starting to develop motor patterns that are actually hurting you more than helping you, okay? Cannonball's gonna move out of the way so you guys can see this kettlebell. Go on, buddy. All right. So what she's gonna do here is she's gonna kettlebell swing. Okay, she's using her hips to help drive the kettlebell overhead, and she's flexing her butt and her quads at the same time. Now I know that when we're going for performance, sometimes it makes sense to not flex hard, not to squeeze your butt. But you have to remember, we're trying to build towards something, and that's the best version, the best and healthiest version of yourself. And so if you're only worried about performance and doing bigger numbers, think more about doing them properly. Okay, and that'll help build that durable fitness that lasts for a long time. Helps you be more useful for a long time, okay? I'm also gonna have her try to squeeze her feet in a little closer, kind of walk them in just a tiny bit as she's swinging through here. Good. I'm not sure exactly where she's at and how many she's doing. She's giving you a good little demo here.
Last 5.
Last 5. Squeezing the butt at the top, flexing the quads. Good. We're gonna give her a second to catch her breath before we do these box jump overs. And she can start when she's ready, but she's doing kind of like a half of a workout because she's already been demoing this for a little while, so some of the clips you guys see in here. But you're gonna pick the thing that you feel comfortable jumping over, okay? If it's sturdy, you can jump onto it and then down. For us, this isn't that sturdy. It might last, but it might not. So she's gonna go ahead and jump over it. She's doing something cool here where she's staying close to the object. She lands, she steps, she turns, she's right back at it. And what that does is it allows her to get done with the workout faster. So she's doing the same amount of work that's written on the board or written on the website or that you have in your head, but she's doing it in less time because she's staying close to the object. And that's what I'd recommend for you guys, is make sure once you start the box jumps that you don't use it for an opportunity to jump over and then go for a walk 4 or 5 steps in one direction, because that's time, and it's also time when you walk the 4 or 5 steps back in the other direction. And here she goes. That's number 20. All right, guys, so what she'll do now, or what you'll do actually, is you'll rest for 4 minutes, and then you're gonna go in reverse. Okay, so you'll actually start with the box jump over, you'll move to the kettlebell swing, object swing, okay? And then you'll go back to your run, your bike, your row, or your ski. And if you have all those options at your house, that's really cool. You're very fortunate. I picked the row or the ski as the weapon of choice on this workout. You guys, this is a phenomenal workout. You guys, primarily, I want you guys focusing. There's nobody to hold you accountable today except for you if you're working out at home. Please, please make sure you guys are using proper mechanics. You guys are keeping your feet firmly rooted on the ground, those kettlebell swings. You're squeezing your butt. I did this. Not with your hands. Squeeze your butt with your mind. And you're flexing your quads, okay, which is gonna protect your lower back, okay? If your back is not bad, there's potential if you're not squeezing your butt and flexing your quads, that your back is gonna take over more of the work. So what you'll be doing is building your back, right? More of a thickness and using that back in a way that we can get more out of it for our lower body if we focus on that squeeze and the quad. Anyway, you guys have fun with the workout and let us know how it goes. I'd love to hear comments on it. I'd love to get a text message or even see you guys post and tag Iron Mile Fitness on Instagram or on the interwebs of some kind. Anyway, have a great workout, get after it. Let me know how it goes.